Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Just finishing up my second cup of evening coffee. I think I drink too much coffee. I drink 2 cups in the morning, and sometimes I drink 2 cups in the evening, but otherwise it's three. But yeah, four is pretty common for me. Anyway, we're not here to talk about my coffee addiction. We're here to talk about a disaster film from 2020. What a year 2020 has been, right? So this is I've been hearing a lot about this movie in the recent weeks, so I decided to check it out. Released in December of 2020, I think around December 20th, was it? December 18th. It is a disaster movie based on a comet, or rather segments of a comet. Was it a comet or asteroid? I keep getting confused. Comet, yeah, a planet, possibly a planet killer level asteroid that is bound for Earth and about to hit Earth, or rather does hit Earth during the course of the film. Movie is, of course, Greenland, and at first I was wondering what they were going to actually focus on, because we've seen these kind of disaster movies at a global scale, things like 2012, The Day After Tomorrow, things like that, and they were like big budget movies. This one I don't think is that big budget. Stars Gerard Butler and Morena Baccarin. Excuse me. I need to calm myself down when I think about Morena Baccarin. So she, of course, who you have possibly seen if you're a sci-fi fan, in the 14 episodes of Firefly. You would have seen her in Stargate as a recurrent villain or villainess. In the reboot V, uh, in the first couple of seasons of Homeland, the two Deadpool movies, and so on and so forth. Right? She's amazing, Brazilian American actress, of course. Sorry, I'm going on so much about an actress who I have the hots for. And then nobody else who I really kind of know on. Hope Davis is an American actress who I've seen in a couple of stuff, but they have no other big names other than Butler and McKenna. So this is about this family, the Garrity family, John and his wife Allison, who are like a little bit estranged because he cheated on her during a tense time during their marriage. They've got a young son. They're just trying to, bring things up. It's the son's birthday. They've invited some friends over for a barbecue, and all of a sudden, while he's shopping, he gets an alert saying that he has been, um, selected based on his skills to be part of a survival group, because this comet named Clark is about to hit the Earth. Uh, Most people don't really know it at that time, but it's the government who actually, the U.S. government, of course, who actually announces it, and he's chosen because of his skills as a structural engineer for big buildings and all that stuff. So his wife and son are also selected. There's some tense movement with because the rest of the friends don't get it, the neighbors don't get it. They try to One of the neighbors try to put her daughter, a young girl who's about the age of their son, and it's very heartbreaking to do that. I think that was probably the biggest feel factor for me while watching this film. And the kid is also in the car. He's yelling out for his close friend, but they can't take because they know she's going to be refused. So they make it to the area. There's a lot of people trying to get in, other than people who are selected. So the people who are selected, they have to show a QR code, and then they get these tags put on them. Unfortunately, while they're going in, they realize that they've forgotten the son's insulin medicine, insulin that's for he's diabetic, in the car. So he goes to get it, and at that time the soldiers, they tell they take her to they take Allison and the boy to one of the majors or sergeants, somebody, and then she tells that he's going to be rejected because there's no point in you going to the airfield, because he is sick, and there's nobody who is sick is allowed onto the planes. Because of this, they two get separated. The family, like the boy and the mom, get separated from the dad. He's trying to find where they are. So because they're rejected, they and he gets to know that they are getting rejected as well from another person. He almost gets onto a plane, thinking that Allison and the boy are getting another plane. So But he comes to know from another passenger that they'll get rejected because of the fact that the boy is going to get rejected. So of course the dad and mom are not going to go. So now it's a turn of them. It's all chaos. People are looting and fire. There's bits of the comet hitting the earth at different places. Of course, almost everything seems to be hitting where these people are. And finally, they're separated, and then they need to, of course, get back together. So it's basically the story of the dad and the wife and son trying to reach over. They, after a lot of issues, including a family who initially seemed to be supportive of Morena Baccarin and the boy, they offer a lift, but seeing the bands that they have, they steal Allison's band, and they try to pass the boy on as their own, and threaten the boy. The father of the two couple, he threatens the boy, saying that if you be quiet, we'll take care of you, but don't say anything to the soldiers. However, he does tell the soldiers, and he gets moved out. Allison is reunited with the son, and then now it's like they need to get to her father's farm, where from there they're going to move on and try to make it to somewhere I believe it's somewhere in Canada. That's what I remember saying it. And the father is in Lexington, Kentucky, and then they drive all the way to. I did remember in the movie they said yes, Osgood, Ontario, just after the border. They have some planes, private planes that are heading for Greenland, and they're hoping that they can get through. So they get on board, and they are able to make it to Greenland. However, the plane crashes, and there's again pieces of the comets are bombing down. So in Greenland, there's this big survival Air Force, Tully Air Force. There are some underground bunkers and stuff over there. So the pilots are killed, unfortunately, but they managed to make it just in time. And the rest of the comet hits the Earth, destroying many cities. Of course, they'll kill off all the foreign cities, India and New Delhi. That's what they actually say. So Sydney, Buenos Aires, Mexico City, Paris, and Chicago. They do mention completely total ruins. And finally, there's some when several weeks later when they do open it up, things have settled down. They see some birds, and of course now they know that things can actually get rebuilt. But that's basically the whole movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give this one a 7. It's more of a drama. It's focused on these three, on this particular family. So you do get to see some of the comet hitting, it's like those kind of things. The destruction that you can actually see on the planet is kept at a minimum, although there are some good scenes here and there. So I think the drama factor is actually up, and it was okay, it was convincing and all that stuff. But as a disaster movie, it kind of fails a little bit. So, but overall, entertainment wise, so there's a little bit of a dragging in between. Well, that's most movies these days, but I can't really fault it for that. But yeah, and I look at it from a point of view of a disaster film, it's about a 7 out of 10. The movie was made on a budget of 35 million, and box office is 47.8 million, but due to COVID, you can't really say much about it. After that, it did get put up on Netflix. And the Amazon Prime. Oh, sorry, it's on Amazon Prime. That's where I saw it on. Not Netflix. I got confused with another movie. So that's about it. It's okay movie. Did I watch it on? I'm getting confused now. So yeah, Amazon Prime, and I think it's on some other services which we don't get over here. But if you can, definitely give it a watch. It's not absolutely great. So anyway, 7 out of 10 for me. Take care, guys.